Oh, live. How wonderful. How wonderful. The name my mother and father gave me, John Fitzgerald Kennedy Jr. The name the government gave me, David Keith Quigley. Hello, Nicole. Thank you so much for joining. I tried to go. Thank you, Libby, for the love. Appreciate that. I tried to go live on here earlier. I ended up going live on Facebook on my phone, but YouTube wouldn't let me on. But I just watched 2 hours of Kathy O'Brien on Sean Atwood's YouTube page, and she is the real deal. She is spot on 100%. Hello, Julie. Cookie Lady, yeah. Happy day, you all. Thank you so much for the love. That really makes my day. It really does. I'm out here fighting for truth and justice, and we are hindered, blocked, shadow banned. Some people are afraid to have me on because they get taken down. So many of you lions know that just from holding up the book. But yeah, if you watch my past videos and see me and Kathy, we share the same story. And while I was watching her, I was wondering if she was one of those little children that I was put with when I was MK Ultra, and in their little clique they have in their secret societies. Thank you so much for joining me. Yeah, but I think some people are just afraid to share my story and have me on. And I know there's so many wonderful, wonderful lions out there. Well, hello, Lisa. Robin, Lisa says hello. Lisa. I'm live on YouTube, by the way, honey.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I tried to go on earlier and it wouldn't load. And I just watched a 2-hour video. Sean Atwood had Kathy O'Brien. Darlene Richardson, bless your heart. Nice to see you. So many wonderful lions. Janet, hey, sister. Julie. Thank you, Libby. It's all about me getting my story out. It really is. Yeah, when sister was here, I thought I was having a heart attack. And yesterday, I thought I was having a heart attack. And it gets you thinking when you think you could die at any moment. It really, really does. You sit there thinking, did I get my story out to the world yet? Is it going to happen yet? Are people going to remember what I've been sharing if I do pass over? And it means the world to me that I get my story out, but we are still so hindered, blocked, shadow banned. I've come a long way, from it's been like 2.5 years since I had my total heart failure. And I've come a long way because, 2.5 years ago, the doctors were all like, you probably ain't going to live. And here I am sharing my story. And back then, 2.5 years ago, I was screaming in the hospital, I'm John Kennedy fucking Jr. I can't die. Keep me alive to get my story out another day. Oh, Patty, you're a sweetheart. Thank you. And Peaches in Oregon. My story is getting out. Shannon Sheraton has been going number 10 trips. What a lion. She is the ambassador for Daily Plaza. She gave out 300 buttons today with my ugly mug on them that went all around the world. Bless her heart. So many of you lions are making videos. We are gaining on Facebook. Last night we hit 25,000 followers, and it's all because of you guys sharing, not giving up the truth to help me get it out. And I would really, really enjoy going on with somebody. Sean Atwood has about a million followers, and he had Kathy O'Brien on there. But I would really enjoy it if he had the balls to bring me on his show. I mean, you have a million followers. You hate to take a chance on getting taken down, and I don't blame him a bit. But I'm so hindered on here. I'm the real deal. I'm John Fitzgerald Kennedy Jr. sharing a story, and I don't even know how many followers I have on YouTube here, but it's not enough. It's not nearly enough what we should have. But when you look at it, they don't want one of you to know the real story. I don't know if anybody heard, but The Historian's Tale is now on Amazon. It is. Not trying to be a book salesman, people, but people must read these. Shannon is beautiful, beautiful woman. Stolen Identity and The Historian's Tale. Stolen Identity and The Historian's Tale. They're both on Amazon right now. I've been out of these books. Mary, the author of this, sent me a few more of those books. She said she sent me 4 more. And Shannon gifted me 10 of these. When people purchase a pendant, I usually sign it and give it to them. I want this story out so bad. I give them away. I can't make any money giving them away, but I do because well, thank you so much, Libby. I really appreciate that. I'm trying to get my story out, but I just watched 2 hours with Kathy O'Brien. And if you watch my videos, every single thing that she said is the same thing I've been preaching and sharing to the world. The only thing different is she said she met Roseanne, and that's how the Cabal work. I knew Roseanne. I was a Hollywood actor as a child. They stole my identity, and I knew Roseanne. I was on the set with Roseanne a few times. She knows me. She knows the real John Kennedy Jr. because she used to bitch me out, and I would call her the worst names in the world. I would tell her to go fuck off and every other thing. So Roseanne knows me. A lot of Lions had sent messages to Roseanne so she could talk about me because I know Roseanne, but I know she's right along with her. I don't know what she's preaching, but yeah, me and Roseanne had words many times. So she knows me. I have no hard feelings with her, but she used to piss me off when I was under MK Ultra on her set of her shows. If that tells you anything. Nicole, Roseanne, and Kathy are best friends. Well, the Cabal keep them close. They do. They'll keep them close to know what you're doing. So I would love to talk with Kathy. And like I said, I know Roseanne. She was there with my handlers while I was under MK Ultra. We used to have words. And if you remember on her show, the name the government gave me, David Keith Quigley. What was the head character kid on her show? David. Yeah. They send messages through their shows, and you got to remember they are all Cabal. Anybody that had a show was Cabal sending messages, and I like I said, I have no hard feelings with Roseanne, but I know she's right in there. Now maybe she wants to share what was really going on with the handlers and me being on her show. They're all connected. They're all connected. Yeah, Libby, if you go to pictures like young John Kennedy Jr. in a helicopter looking at all the cages, and you look at that picture, it pops right up on Google. And then you go to Richard Steele with 6 you get an egg roll. If you can't tell that is me, I'm sorry. There's no help for you. There's no help for you. Thank you so much, Julie. But yeah, I just read an email from Shannon Sheraton. What a lion. I got many of you lions. Lanny, love you so much. You're getting so much recognition from all your wonderful, wonderful videos. I got people coming up telling me, that Lanny is a godsend, and you really are. Hopefully we'll all be recognized for, like I said, being the Paul Revere's and getting this truth out any which way we can. Yeah, I get asked. There's so much going on. I get asked this and asked that. I get from the haters and every other thing. It's so crazy. Brenda Scott Price, another wonderful, wonderful lion. Yeah, my ambassador up there in Canada. All love to you guys. All love to all of you. It's wonderful. It is just like Kathy was saying, she didn't know there was any love in this world, and I didn't either. There was so much. Please go watch Kathy O'Brien on Sean Atwood's page, the video they just did, and you can see we're so much on the same page. But like I said, the only thing I didn't agree with her was about Roseanne. That was it. Every other thing was spot on about Dick Cheney. And you remember Dick Cheney shooting somebody? Well, Dick Cheney actually, if you know what the 13 is, the 13 families, well, what they would do is they would get a backhoe and they would dig a pit 13 feet deep. Nobody's going to look for a body that's 13 feet deep. It's like kind of almost like a ceremony or something. But when I was a child, Dick Cheney actually threw me in a pit. And when I fell to the very bottom of this 13-foot deep hole, there was actually water in it. And he actually thought I was dead. That's Dick Cheney, and she mentioned him too. There's so many people. Britney Spears. I met Britney Spears on her first music video that she did when she was very young. I met so many people, but they are all controlled. They are all controlled by the cabal. If you're in the music industry or whatever, they own you. MK Ultra, you, and all that stuff. You lions are awesome, though. You really, really are. I can't thank you enough. I really, really can't. There's so many letters I get, and I really get upset because I don't know if I sent thank you cards or not. I'm probably going to send out some more stickers to some more lions. Maybe I sent them out once. Maybe I didn't. But you can write me and tell me you want some stickers. If you're new here, please go see thequietjourney.tv. Please. If you get any haters that don't believe, send them to thequietjourney.tv. There's a lot of people that want me to force them to believe my story. I can't do that. I really can't. And I don't feel like doing it. My story's so big, if you can't see that I am the son with all the other ear evidence and facial recognition, please play around with these AI apps. Take my ugly mug and de-age me, or take me as a child, because all the photos are of me up to the age of 10, all of them. And they got some wonderful apps now. You can take one of those pictures from me in the helicopter or whatever and age it. You'll see my ugly mug. You will, because Robin's done it and other people have done it. Take a break, Sister Lanny. Oh, yeah, take a break, Lanny. Get some rest. I don't think you ever sleep. I think you're always on here. Us lions will cover and keep sharing. But you're so awesome. Take a break, get some rest. Um, Go play with a kangaroo or something. I don't know what to tell you, but you're so awesome. She can't see. Well, she can see because she makes some wonderful, awesome videos. But yeah, if you get that tired that your visions, yeah, it's all love. It's all love. So appreciated. Yeah, I don't know. It's funny. Kathy O'Brien is on the same page as me. It would be wonderful to unite. I know I don't have that many followers or subscribers that she has. Um, I don't know what the deal is. You know, she was on Sean Atwood's show a couple hours ago. He's got 1 million. If I could get on a show where there's 1 million, how helpful that would be to get the truth out. Oh, Lenny, you're awesome. Dr. Kia Pruitt, another beautiful soul. We love you so much, Dr. Kia. That's another one to subscribe to that has helped me get the truth out and has had me on her show. Wonderful line. All love, Dr. Kia. All love with all my heart. Me and Robin love you to death. You're awesome. And thank you so very much. Appreciate you. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, everybody show Dr. Kia a little love and subscribe to her channel. She has some wonderful, I guess you call them podcasts nowadays. I don't know, shows, but yeah. Patty says, I only believe you. What's going on with Trump? I don't know. I don't watch the news, what's going on, but I can, I know in my heart Trump is Cabal. That's all. He's a wonderful Hollywood actor. I believe there's 6 Donald Trumps. I believe in 1989, I saw the real Donald Trump die and he was replaced. They all, yeah. Identity theft is huge in our government. It's all deception. It's all MK Ultra. It's all, for the power over the United States government. And I do know that, sister. I know that. We love you. Yes, we do. And we love all you lions so much. Maybe someday I can show you how much I love you guys. I really don't know how or what, but maybe someday. Cindy, you're awesome too. Thank you for making videos about me and sharing them. I guess Mojo's in the house too. So much love from you lions. So appreciated. I'm relying on you guys. I'm counting on you guys because and when I say that, I remember me walking with the wagon. I didn't have a vehicle to drive. I'm pushing a wagon to the food bank, and I couldn't get 1 or 2 views on a live. Now I get more than that, but we're still hindered. And this story is so important to me and to you to get the truth out. But there is other people, just like Kathy, that's getting the truth out. I was wondering if Kathy had been kidnapped and replaced and just don't know, how could you remember when you're a child and you're kidnapped and replaced and put with a family? I know they do that a lot. I do. Oh, appreciate that, Libby. You're awesome. All love, you guys. All love. I do Sue Greenwald with Awaken Stories. I do a show with her quite often, just about every week. And please subscribe to Awaken Stories with the beautiful Sue Greenwald. You can go back and see my videos. But yeah, I had never heard Kathy O'Brien. I'd heard of her, but it was my honor, my pleasure to see her speaking with Sean on his show just now, and everything she said about the government and what they're doing in MK Ultra and how they do it. It was like I've been preaching the same exact thing, and she couldn't have made the shit up. You just can't, not when it's so huge. And she was saying she's been sharing for years, and they tried hindering her. Now she's coming out doing interviews on shows that have 1 million followers, which is awesome. It so is. Darlene, you want some buttons? I'll have to get your address and I'll send you. I got like 5 different kinds of buttons now that people have made. So yeah, you just send me your address, email it to me, send it to me in the mail, and just say I want some buttons, and they're yours. However, you can get me that address again, and I would love to send you some buttons. Got lots of buttons, and Shannon Sheridan went to Dallas, where my father was killed, and she gave away 300 buttons today. That's 300 people more that know this story. Got this one. It's got my website. It's got the documentary, thequietjourney.tv. This is the first one I got from Amy. I told you so. Right there, I told you so. Trump and John ain't going to happen. It's just all bullshit from the Q. Here's another one. Justice for the real JFK Jr. That's another one. Here's one. I told you so. And I'm going to keep telling you so, and you're going to keep finding out the truth. Well, hello, Sean. Much love, brother. Much love. We've had to change around all the camera and microphone and everything. We moved around the house. I hope everything's still working good. Sean, bless his heart, donated this to me. And it's awesome. Everything a few days ago, well, it was probably last week, everything, the lights started flashing. The camera went off, the computer went dead, and I was like, oh no. So I looked at the camera and it was like blank. It had no screen. So I was like, I'm going to have to send this camera back to Sean and see if he can get it to work. And Robin went in the bedroom and messed with it for about an hour and came back and said, I got it working. So yeah, that saved a bunch of having to put it in a box and mail it to you and say, I'm a dumbass, I don't know how to work it. So that was way cool. But thank you, brother. You are so awesome. A lot of people joining me here. A lot of wonderful, great lions. Catherine, hello, Robin. Are you on the chat where you can see all the comments? Okay, then I don't have to tell you who's saying love you. You're all wonderful. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. Love you, sister. Yeah, I love Tater. Cindy G in Tennessee here. She makes videos where she looks like a tater, and she has a purse. She swings it around. I'd hate to be hit with that purse, but when I first saw that, I laughed like crazy. I'd never seen anything like that. That was so cool. But if you want a good laugh and see the tater, you can go see Cindy on YouTube here. She's made a couple videos. She just finished the book. She shared that she finished the book. And that's wonderful because they don't want one person to know. They don't want one person to know what I'm sharing. They really, really don't. And you can see that by my numbers, my subscribers, and how long I've actually been on here sharing. But yeah, we been giving out some buttons, and I shared this button. Somebody sent me, a beautiful lion sent me this button, and I shared it, and then all of a sudden these lions started making buttons and sending me buttons so I could give them away. Me and Robin went out the other night. We were handing out buttons to people left and right, which is cool. But yeah, we're gonna beat the system. You know, we're little David and they are Goliath, and I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. I'm really not. You know, the thoughts that go, like yesterday when I thought I was having heart failure again, and I was laying in bed and crying to Robin, "Oh, I'm not feeling good." All that was going through my mind is, I got to get my story out. I really got to get my story out. So, yeah, we're still manifesting that John F. Kennedy Jr. Healing Center like crazy. It's going to happen. We're still fixing up this house. I don't know what's going to happen. It was too hot and miserable right here in Bullhead City. It gets hot as anywhere in the United States, right here in Bullhead City. We still got 3 months of miserable heat here, but there was a lion that gifted me an AC. We got a 3-ton split unit here, and actually I have shorts on and my legs are cold. And it was kind of a joke. The awesome lady that gifted it was like, "You're going to be so cold, you and Robin are going to have to get blankets." And Bubba, somebody said, "Why'd you get a Alaskan Husky when you're in Bullhead City? He's not going to be able to handle the heat." Well, the thing is, we rescued him from the pound right down the street. So he was already in Bullhead City. And if we didn't rescue him, they would have put him down, I'm sure. Or, if nobody else got him. But now he's able to enjoy the cool and lay around like a dog should. So it's all win-win. But what I was basically saying was, thank you so much, you Lions, for your wonderful gifts. And this AC is awesome. This set is awesome with the Quiet Journey. People spend a lot of time and money to help get this story out. And you guys are so wonderful. Hopefully someday I can return the favor. I really, really, really do. I don't have a dog pool. I don't know if he would use it or not if we had one. He's kind of, if I'm taking a bath, he'll come in and lick my face or something, but he's kind of shy of the water. We do have the Colorado River right down the street. Robin takes him to the doggy park. I don't know if he would get in the river or not. I don't know. But we're still new to him. He's still new to us. So we're still... It's hot in Florida too. Yeah, it's really hot here. I imagine you get that humidity in Florida, but it is nice. It used to be, the swamp cooler, and it runs all the time, and it just blows that water right in the house. So we don't have to deal with that anymore. Robin found me. Robin was wonderful. Robin was basically in the middle of a divorce, and she saw me. She wanted to help me, and she came here and she said, "What do you need?" This computer that I'm talking about. I was on a little phone, and it was actually a food stamp phone. The government would give you a phone if you're on food stamps in case you need to call 911 or whatever. And I was trying to make videos on it. And Robin basically said, "What do you need?" She bought this computer. She bought a few other things, some lights and things, and said, "You need to get your story out." And She ended up moving here. She got her divorce. She moved here, and she's been wonderful, wonderful. She spent a lot of money and a lot of time trying to make my life better, and we get along great. She's a blessing. She actually is a blessing, and just like so many lions that are trying to get the story out, Robin gives it her all. She really, really did when she got here, and she does to this day. And once again, follow each other, people. You got Cindy G in Tennessee. You got so many wonderful lions. You got Dr. Kia in here. If you all follow yourself, it's going to be hard for them to take us all down from getting the truth out. It is. Brenda has been, Brenda has been hit hard, and hopefully all her hard work will pay off. I know she doesn't expect to be paid off, but I'm hoping all you guys going down in the history books at least. I really do. Let's change these history books and change them what we're all doing. Yeah, I wasn't feeling well yesterday. There was fireworks going on, and Bubba's scared of fireworks. We found that out. But when I was laying in bed yesterday and my heart was like flipping out, and I was wondering if I was going to have to call 911 and all that, Bubba kept jumping on the bed, kept coming up, licking me in the face. He knew I wasn't feeling good. He was scared of the fireworks, but he was still worried about me too. Sister, just please keep sharing. That is so appreciated. So appreciated. It really is. That's the Q plan. That's my Q plan. That's David Quigley's plan. Because the Q movement is just a stall. That's all it is. It's all fake narrative, all bullshit. It really is. John is dead. John's not coming alive. John's not Trump's vice president in their crime ring that they have. None of that's true. None of it. But my last name is Quigley, and that's my plan. That's how we're going to beat these people. People like Kathy, Sharon, people like me, Sharon, and other victims of MK Ultra and our government's corruption, sharing. I even heard Kathy say on her podcast with Sean a little bit ago, I don't know about this administration. Well, I do. It's all part of the cabal. It's all part of the new world order. They badmouth each other back and forth, but they're all the same crime ring, people. They are all the same crime ring. So, yeah, if you want some bumper stickers, if you want some buttons, please write me, email me, whatever, so I get it. And hopefully I write it down. And don't forget, my mind, I got so much on my mind that sometimes I forget. And then I feel bad that I forgot. So, yeah, I don't blame you for saying, hey, John, I never got my bumper stickers. Or, hey, John, I never got my, sometimes that was on a need, a little kick in the butt. Say, hey, John, I never got my buttons. And I will be so happy to share them. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard for me to share. I just had somebody say, "Oh, I shouldn't share about what I know about Trump." I shouldn't share that he's a criminal. I shouldn't share that he was best friends with Epstein. I shouldn't share that he was best friends with the man that stole my identity, placed by organized crime. I shouldn't share that he is best friends with Robert Kennedy. Because they all took over the Kennedys. I'm sharing that, hey, they killed my loved ones. They replaced my loved ones. They're in power now because they killed and replaced my loved ones. So whether his name is Tom, John, Bill, or Donald Trump, I'm going to share what I know. And Donald Trump helped steal my family's possessions after they were killed. And they did it right at Trump Tower, people. Yeah. And then when he said he's going to release the JFK files, he didn't. No, I'm releasing the JFK files. And my father was executed. My uncle was executed. My mother, my sister, my cousins, and aunts and uncles were executed secretly, quietly. They were killed because it was a mafia war. That's the JFK files. You have the high up criminals in our CIA, our FBI, our Secret Service, our government. You have these mobsters. Well, they wanted the power, but the Kennedys were in their way. The Kennedys had the power. So you kill those people, you steal what they got because you actually have power too. So it's a very powerful mob war. And sorry, Donald Trump's right at the top of that mob war, people. And when you wake up and you see how arrogant he is and you see how arrogant these mobsters are because they believe they can get away with child trafficking, kidnapping, replacement, and murder. Yep, you heard that right here. John Kennedy Jr. said it. And once you wake up, you'll see how arrogant they are. They really are. Yeah. And with that said, it's all about truth to me. It is so all about truth. I don't care about feelings. Nope. Just getting the truth out. Yeah, all governments are. And the United States is very powerful. And they have a lot of power over other governments and control. And that reminds me when I was, there's pictures of me meeting and bowing to the Queen of England. And me calling her Queen Mother. While I was there, I called her Queen Mother. They had me, just like the Knights of the Round Table. When I was just a child, they had me swear an oath that I would always protect the kingdom. Well, I know the kingdom's been overthrown. So, how does a little guy like me get the story out when they hid me out? They stole my identity as John Jr. So here I am, John Jr., calling Queen Mother, swearing an oath that I'm going to do whatever I can for the kingdom. And now I'm here with nothing, sharing my story, trying to get justice for all the injustice. And like I say, please help me share my story. Let's get it out. Let's get what John Kennedy deserves on this world platform of podcasts and all this other stuff. Anyway, I'm going to go get me a cup of coffee, kick back, watch a cowboy movie or something. I don't know. But once again, so much love, so much thanks to all you that share this story. Let's take our country back, people. Let's make the next 4th of July, Independence Day. Let's be independent again, because we're not now. We really aren't. We're celebrating someone else's independence, and we let our independence fall. God bless you. Thank you all so much. All your wonderful, beautiful comments. Thank you so much. Love y'all. Thanks again. I can't thank you enough. I really can't. Have a great day. Have a wonderful, wonderful, blessed day. Peace.